Is there
Hey,
you go.
this is Dr. J, Steve, Professor Spike, who's calling himself Steve these
Oh
days.
yeah, look at that. I didn't get my spike name there.
How you guys doing? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Doing
Happy
good.
Well,
New Year
happy
to
happy end of the old year.
and Happy New Year to all of our viewers. And you know what? Let's get it. It's going to be a quick video, so let's go right into the picks.
Yeah, it's an interesting screen you're showing.
Yeah, I'll go right into the
A
picks.
lot of ice.
Get that page.
Making me chilly. There you go. Look at that.
What's happened to come up first, John? You want to give us a little bit about each of them?
Yeah, I'll give a quick rundown. The first two, so basically the theme of this is going to be um, energy south of the border, and then crypto, and then sports gambling.
Ah,
And
everything old is new again.
everything old is new again, but I think based on the charts and based on the valuations, I like these five. I'll just give a quick blurb on each of them. The first one, I think the general thought here is I'm bullish Latin American energy. I think in general, I'm just thinking the US dollar in the next year or so is probably going to become weaker because of certain policies that might be put in place. And so the first two plays are basically a mix of being bearish US dollar and bullish Latin America. So I like those two. Um, the next two, I don't really need to say much about. I just think crypto's hot. It's going to stay hot and it'll eventually fade off before it keeps going up again. But I think the euphoria will continue into definitely the first half of next year. And I also maybe see crypto decoupling from the traditional risk on, risk off thing too, maybe being different than the S&P. And then with sports betting, I think it's as simple as this. Every young man in America basically just has a casino in their pocket, and most of them are pretty stupid. So DraftKings going to make a lot of money because of that.
So you're betting on the stupidity of the American people.
Yeah, I'm betting on the ease of
It's the hype.
leaning
Oh, the
into
hype.
their vice. I think that it used to be hard to gamble. You'd have to go to Vegas or you'd have to go to a casino. You'd take out money. You'd see the paper money being lost. Now it's just in your pocket. Nothing's real. And I've also been
Who said this?
following a lot of media about how they do a good job of kicking off the sharks from their apps and only keeping people making bad bets. So.
You believe in Barnum? P.T. Barnum was right. There's a sucker born every minute.
Nobody lost underestimating the stupidity of the American public.
Somebody said that as well, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a bit of a depressing pick, but that's why I put it fifth. I didn't put it first.
Which one do you like better, coin or Mara?
I think coin is safer, but Mara, I wouldn't be surprised if it is the best pick on this whole list at the end of the year.
Oh. Okay, very good, interesting picks, and it's interesting that you're leading off with a Latin American energy play. What country is She Park mainly?
Um, Geopark's mostly going to be down in Colombia, and Vale is going to be in Brazil. So, yeah, I like them. I like them a lot.
All right, very good. Let's go to let's see. I'm going to skip the ones that aren't here today. Although we'll do them in the future, but for today we're gonna. I'll quickly do Andy because I spoke to him on the phone and he gave me his picks and he's excited about them. He thinks
Okay.
Broadcom will have another great year. They're the hottest.
None of the gene editing is there.
None of the what?
The gene editing wasn't he big on gene editing,
And
Andy?
I don't remember what he gave us last year. Every year he does about the same, 20, 25%. Very steady. But I think this time he's trying to win it. So he's rolling the dice a little more, right?
Sounds good.
He usually gives us like energy plays and things that just don't move that much. But AVGO, he's expecting maybe a 50% move on the year. And the fourth quarter ended very strong. He thinks we'll get a continuation into next year. Tesla, he likes the setup, so to speak, the politics of it, with
Yeah. Well,
Musk and Trump being buddy.
so the bloom comes off that rose.
Yes, well, probably, but for now, it's looking that way. And then I don't know why he picked international paper. I don't think he told me, but I forgot. And Boeing Airline is a turnaround play.
Yeah. Well, there's some perverse logic there.
That one scares me a little, but I could see it.
And I don't
You think
remember
it's gonna you think it's gonna happen in a year though?
Yeah, I don't think so.
CG is
It's gonna
some
take a couple of years, but I'd say long term it's small.
small John pick. It's some kind of energy company. CEG, right? They're into energy. I think they're into data center energy. I think that's why that's why he gave me that one, I believe.
Yeah, I like CEG. That's Brazilian. It's Constellation Energy.
Constellation Energy.
That's what it is.
I think they're fantastic. I own some.
I knew that was up your alley, Arjun. As soon as I saw CEG, I thought of Arjun. But
Yeah, it's a big one. I mean, their market cap is it's almost 70 billion, but it's been good.
things are going to be big with the data center play because of the data centers.
Yeah. I
Increase.
like that's a very safe, solid pick. I like that one.
All of his picks are conservatively long, or whatever you want. A conservative reach. He's got a shot. He's out to win it, he told me.
All right.
All right, Professor Spike, you're on.
I'm on. All right. Well, let's see what did I pick. I figured IBM was sort of a subtle entry into the whole AI and robotics. So I just wanted to make sure that my top pick was something that was across the spectrum.
Quantum computing.
Hmm? Well, quantum computing, I did it to bottom. Yeah, there's quantum computing there. There's definitely a lot of AI there with their product.
Yeah,
And I just the only thing that's really missing is robotics. That I don't really have very much of that in terms of the big three waves.
isn't
But I
that
think IBM is probably going to get involved in that as well, somewhat.
quantum? They have quantum play.
Yeah, and so then I went with Amazon and Walmart, thinking that the consumer is still going to be somewhat strong, and that both of these technologies, these buying technologies, are gonna take continue to hold up and keep the company.
Yeah. I love Walmart. That's a great pick.
Yeah, I mean, I dumped it earlier in the year. I dumped it with a profit, but I'm going back in. And Lilly, I've been a fan of Lilly forever, and they still haven't capitalized on their Alzheimer's play if they ultimately get one. So I just figured I wanted to be around for that. And then Qubit because I needed to pick something from Quantum, and this one looked like it had a good amount of upside potential. Even though if you look, it's already jumped a lot last year.
This is the
Good,
last.
a good 14 bagger.
I put down this is the last 2 months, not the
Oh,
year.
the last 2 months. Okay, yeah.
So in the last
Oh, there was a little bit of a downturn and then an upswing again. Because
13,
we got in on this earlier in the year, so we didn't get the full 14 bagger, but we did okay.
yeah, I mean, phenomenal. It might pull back, but I think there's a good chance it could be higher by the end of the year. I like
It
it.
pulled, it pulled back a fair amount today, but it'll come back.
Well, it counts whatever it opens at on Thursday is your price.
Yeah, there you go. So
Yeah. For the year's contest, the opening price. All right. I think the picks so far have been excellent. Kamal, your picks?
Not much to discuss here. Google, I think it has potential. It's 190 today. So we're gonna start from 190 on, from January 1st on, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And MicroStrategy went down almost to fill that gap today, almost 180. It went down to almost 184. I had a buy order at 280. I'm sorry, to 284. I had a buy order at 280, but it didn't fill. But probably will fill very soon. Nvidia, not much to complain about. Nvidia. Uh, SMCI, I'm in it. I'm still in it, heavily in it. Big, huge losses, but I think it will recover this year. It will get past those accounting issues.
It could be an easy double, or it could go to 4, one or the other.
Okay, I'll take my chances with that.
Why not?
Yeah, Wolf. I'm also heavily invested in Wolf, and today made a really nice recovery despite other cryptos going down.
Yeah, so it's
The miner,
it's a
the
minor.
price I got in was like $5.70, and today kind of went back to that price. And I think it has the potential to be like $8 to $10 in
Yeah,
the next few months, not end of year, but next few months.
does, except for Nvidia and Google. So the other three can double. Nvidia and Google are probably not going to double, but
Right. I don't think they're gonna double.
I think,
I put them in the order of alphabetical order, not necessarily the order of what we have in there.
well, you got $200 on Google, 150 on MicroStrategy. You want me to change any of the order?
Yeah, I would switch Google with Wolf.
Google with Wolf.
Oh yeah, look at that. You're gonna really double down on Wolf.
The reason is clear. He's got a better chance to double with
No,
Wolf.
no, I understand that. I mean, that's when you've been usually playing the channels on Wolf,
If you
not the long term.
really want to win the contest, you got to use volatile. You got to go for the big ones in one first two picks. So I think that's a good move.
Yeah, that's how I want it.
All right, that's a good move. I did something similar. I have MicroStrategy on top because I think they could go down to 150 and then still wind up 500 at the end of the year. So if crypto has another good year, and I think it very well might, MicroStrategy my top pick. ionq
Where do you see MicroStrategy hitting? Do you think it's gonna go back to its highs or even beat it?
I think it'll beat it.
will go at least to 500 if crypto has a good year. That's a high, right? About 500.
Yeah, roughly.
ionq had a phenomenal end of year run to about 50, I think. It closed today at 41.77. I think you could pull back a little more, maybe into the 20s, but by end of year, if the stock market doesn't fall apart, I could see this being another double from here, $80 target. Uh, Nvidia, I'm putting down a little lower only because I don't see it being a double from here. Maybe it goes up 40%. That would be happy. Um, AEM is an Argyle type play. Canadian gold miner.
Yeah.
Doubled, just about doubled this year. I think it could have another double. It's very well managed. They just bought aggressive buying campaign in Canada, buying more and more mines. So if gold has a good year, and I think it will, I think gold could be 3,500 maybe by the end of the year, 3,300. If that happens,
Yeah.
this could be a double again. And Google, I don't expect a double. That's why I put it fifth, but I do like it. And you have four plays on one on Google. You have YouTube, you have quantum computing with Willow, you have cloud computing, you have the Waymo. I mean, at least four. So kind of like Amazon in that respect. So I'm very happy with my picks. I don't think I'm going to equal what I did last year, which is 178%, but I'm hopeful that I will do well relative to the S&P.
We should visit them quarterly.
We will. And if anybody, any of our viewers who want to, want to be added to this list, I will be happy to add you if you get your picks into me on StockTwits or Twitter by the end of the day tomorrow, right? Yeah, by the end of the day tomorrow. Okay, so that's it for today. Happy New Year, everybody. Thanks,
Happy New Year, everybody.
and see you.
Here.
Happy New Year. Take care. Bye, guys.
Thank you.
You gotta stop.